All right, I'm gonna go ahead and record this because last month, or like what, month and a half ago, I did a new Ubuntu install, fresh install, um, and for whatever reason, this node didn't want to work. Um, so I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, how do I look at my Ubuntu version? So cat C OS. Okay, so I'm running Ubuntu 20.04.5. And I just installed it on 125 gigabyte SSD on a older system, but it's got a Xeon processor and 24 gigs of DDR3 memory. But as you can see here, I've got the node running. I was on a Vultr VPS. Um, so I've had it up for 7 minutes now. So to go through the setup process, you need to make sure it doesn't have version 2 software on the machine. You're going to open up the terminal, and there's going to be a series of commands that you're going to have to run. And I don't know if these are all going to be in the memory. Let's see if they're all in there. So I'm going to go back so far. Okay, so here's the first command you're going to run. Sudo need restart mode equals apt update ampersand sudo apt upgrade -y. So you're going to run that. And then the next command is going to be this docker install docker.io-y. And then you're going to sudo systemctl status docker. And then you'll press Q or Control plus C and enter to exit the Docker status menu after that's done. To see the Docker status, Docker status will be that one. Just make sure it's, and then you'll hit Control C and enter. I'll just do it here real quick. This just shows you that it's active and running. And to get out of that, you'll hit Control C. Okay, and then the Docker is not an active status. And then you'll do sudo systemctl enable -now or --now Docker. And that was that other command that I had there. Yeah, so if it's not an enabled status or if it's not running, then you'll run this command sudo systemctl enable --now Docker. And then once you get that done, you're going to go sudo wget --trust -server -names, and then this https ://links.gala.com/download Linux node, all together, all one word. And then it should download and then you'll once it downloads, you're gonna run this sudo tar, and then whatever version it downloaded, you'll put that right here where this 321 is. So whatever that file is, whatever current version is going to be there is the one and it's going to be newer than the one I have here because they've done updates since I downloaded this, ran these commands. Once that's done, you're going to run this command, sudo space decimal /gala -node /install .sh. That's going to install the node. Once the node gets done installing, you're going to go ahead and do your API key. So sudo gala -node config API-key. Put your API key in there. And the easiest way to do that is just to go ahead and log into the Gala dashboard and then copy the API key and then right click and paste it in there so you make sure that you get it absolutely correct. Once that's done, then you're going to run sudo Gala Node licenses, and after licenses, you're going to put which ones. Actually, it'll tell you if you run this command. It'll tell you what licenses you have available to run. Believe you can only run Founders on one, but you can run a Founders, a Townstar, Spider Tanks, Player, and Film. I believe all on one system. I believe. I don't know. I just have a music player, so or a music node. And then once you get that command put in there, you're going to run this command next. It'll be sudo gala -node config workloads, and then each, if you have a player node and a film node, then you put player space founders space townstar space founders to start to tell the system which node you want to run on this computer. So if you only want to do a player, or if you only want to do film, then you would put film here instead of player. Or if you want to run player and a film, you'd put player and then space film, if that makes sense, and so on. So, and then once that's completed and done, you'll start your node. So you'll go sudo gala -node start, and it's going to run through a whole bunch of stuff, and then you're just going to hit status is the last command, sudo gala -node status, and it might say starting on yours. Gala node is starting, and then you just keep refreshing until it says running. And even though it says running, you might have to give it a few more minutes to actually start showing a workload status. But once you get this workload status here, then you can go over to your dashboard here, and whatever you labeled your VPS server, it should pop up. And it doesn't necessarily take the whole 10 minutes like they say. If it's working, generally it pops up almost immediately. So I hope this helps somebody. If you got any problems, I honestly don't. I mean, I did a Vultr system and I did this system. Before I did the Vultr system, I ran through all this on a fresh install. Everything was brand spanking new. There was nothing installed on this computer. It's on a clean hard drive, and for whatever reason, it just would not run. And then I come over to Vultr, run through everything in the instructions on a brand new $30 a month Vultr VPS system, and it just started right away. I mean, and it's been working. That's how I kept my streak going. Is the Windows machine I had, for whatever reason, didn't want to run the node anymore. So so I didn't lose my streak, I had to go over and create a Vultr system before my time expired for the next cycle. So if you're in a pinch and you're trying to save um, your streak, a Vultr system, this VPS one here on the top, that's what I did. That thing's been running to keep my streak intact for or over a month. So I finally got the ultimate sound system because I had to go to a Vultr system. Once I hit that ultimate, then I was gonna come back and revisit this, and I did. And for whatever reason today, I went in there and I started the node up after I turned the Vultr server off. And I literally did this in like the last 10 minutes and it's up and running. So, and it's been running for 13 minutes now. So I'm going to let this run for a while and hopefully it stays up. And if anybody's got any questions, I know Chewbacca's got a video. I ran into a hiccup on his though, and I wasn't sure how to get around it. I don't remember what that was because it's been over a month ago since I last revisited this. But just for giggles today, I decided to pop this up and see um, how this was going to work. So hopefully this helps you. And if it doesn't, I don't know. Just keep trying, I guess. I usually let my streak, it was up for 19 hours, so I'm well beyond the 6 hours in the day. So before it reset today, I was going to give this a try, and I just popped in here. So hopefully it helped you out. And if you got a chance, go check out the Gamer Couch podcast. We interviewed Bitbender. Didn't get into a lot of questions about the Gala games. It kind of got more personal. He shared a story that he never actually shared publicly, and that's kind of interesting to listen to. But and then my co-host Fulio Games, go give her a follow over on Twitch. And if you're looking for Gamer Couch podcast merchandise, we got a merchandise store up over at Etsy. Go to etsy.com and search the Gamer Couch podcast. I think our store is the Gamer Couch podcast with no spaces. Go over there. We got some cool digital art, some mugs, some t-shirts, and stuff like that to help support our podcast. So, okay, questions, just put them down in the link, and I appreciate a follow. Thanks. Bye.